Hi everybody and welcome to the Mental Toughness and Body Show. My name is Rob Evans and I'm your weight loss coach, health strategist and internationally published author, helping take your life, your business, your mindset, your health, your wellness from where you are right now to becoming absolutely unstoppable. And I'm recording this to you today sitting here in the car waiting to go in for a dental checkup. The new COVID rules, we're not allowed to wait in waiting rooms or anything. They call you or you call them when you've arrived, and then they call you when you can go in. So I'm not quite sure how long I'm going to be here for. But today, while I'm waiting, I'm wanting to talk to you about another reason, if you needed another one, as to why you need a coach. Because I'll tell you what's how I've used it today, how I've used one of my coaches today. So if you're a long-term listener, you know that I am on a personal body transformation journey this year to achieve the six-pack, to achieve the absolute body of my lifetime. And one of the decisions I made at the start of the year was to get a coach. A strength and conditioning coach, because obviously I can do all the things for myself. I know what to do, but I've never put myself in a position where I could go on stage. So I thought, well, if I want to do this right, I'm going to get a coach from the outset. And who do you find? You find a coach that's done it hundreds, if not thousands of times before successfully. So I sought that person out, and I've been working closely with him and his wife for the entire year. Now, I've got 13 days to go until my final photo shoot, and the last few days I have to pose each day and look at myself in the mirror and see how I'm progressing and so forth. And I just feel like I'm not cutting it. I'm based on where I am right now, I feel like, I'm not going to make it to what it is that I want to get to. And that's been frustrating because I've worked so hard. Now, if we just stop for a moment and we think about what has been happening this year, I'll come back to that. But I put an incredible amount of pressure on myself to perform with everything that I do. And so I'm looking at these images of myself and I'm saying, no, I created another image of what I should look like by the end of this process in 13 days' time. And I feel like there's a big gap between where I am and to where I want to be, and like I was talking about yesterday. So I reached out to him and said, look, this is how I'm feeling. I'm sticking to everything. I'm doing everything to the letter. I'm doing really well, consistent with my training. I'm achieving personal bests every week. And, I'm right where I want to be. Having said that, my body is in a real mess. Sorry, that doesn't sound right. I'm tired, I'm super tired. I'm dragging my butt from one day to the next, it seems. The only way I'm really getting through some of the days at the moment is by taking a couple of sleeps of about 15 minutes. Because of my long schedule, I start at 5 a.m. I can go through till 9, 8:30, 9 p.m. And people say, but you're not back to back with clients. But no, I work the entire time, plus the other family commitments and everything. So there's a lot going on. And, I've been unrelenting with my training and food and everything all year round. So basically, I'm getting to that stage. I need a break. I need a break from life. I need a break from my heavy training. I need a break from this, being as strict as I am with my food right now. I just need to just ease things back a little bit. But I can't, obviously, because of what I'm about to head towards. So I reached out and said, look, that's how I'm feeling. I don't feel like I've made any progress over the last week. And I feel like if I keep doing what I'm doing in 13 days, I'm going to be disappointed. So this is why you have coaching. Reach out to the coach, tell them your concerns. And just like anyone that would tell me what their concerns are, I would be talking back to them about, actually what are the successes that they are achieving and what to do from here on in. And that's exactly what he did. And he did point out that, most people that are doing what I'm doing, like your serious athletes, all they do is train, eat and sleep. That's all they do. They don't have any other things to do. That's all they're doing. So he said, you're not only doing this, he said, you've got the pressure of running your business, keeping that going during COVID when the industry's been absolutely wrecked and still not open yet, hopefully Monday. Running the family, having the family, doing all those things has taken a real toll, and you're trying to do all of this, whereas the people that are, the athletes that are getting that Supercut six pack, that's their job, to eat, sleep, and train. That's all they do, and I'm doing everything. So he said you need to keep that in mind as well, and how well I have done under the circumstances. And he said also you're basing your look on an idea that you've made up in your head. These are my words, but that I've made up in my head about what I'm going to look like. But he said you don't know because you haven't done this before to this extent. So you need to just not panic. Well, I think were his exact words. Don't panic. Keep doing what you're doing for now. And then as we get closer, so at day 10, I make some adjustments. At day 5, I make some adjustments. And day 3, I make some adjustments as well. And they will have some more dramatic impact to what I'm doing now, just because I'll be taking in a lot less food than I'm taking in right now. So the point of telling you all this is, like, this morning I'm like, oh man, I'm looking at myself after during my posing. I'm like, man, I'm not. Pardon me. Oh, tired. I'm not getting the result that I really feel I deserve for the work that I'm putting in. So that prompted me to communicate with my coach. And how do I feel now that he's come back to me? Obviously lots better, because yes, we do forget the great things that we have done and how much progress we have made. And if I look at the photos that I had before and now, they're very different. It's just that I've created this image for myself, which has been my guiding light all the way along as to exactly what I want to look like. And I feel like I'm not too far away from it, but I'm not there, and that's frustrating. And so, he's just given me the formula to get there. And he said, look, when you do anything for the first time, I mean, I say this, we're not good at it. And that doesn't mean that I haven't been good at this, but it's going to be my worst attempt at it, isn't it? Because next time I do it, is it going to be better? Of course it will be. So I want to live and learn as much as I can through this experience. So if I do, go to do it again, to be at such a low body fat level and so forth, then I want to know exactly how to do it and what I would do differently next time. So the coach has just worth his weight in gold today, because it's taken me from a point where I'm a little bit frustrated, disappointed, thinking that my hard work is going to waste because I'm creating a bigger story in my head, to have the coach come back, just confirm the great work that I have been doing, and give me a pat on the back for, it's not the first time he said this, but for doing such a great job, but also not to panic and be silly about it, and just keep doing what you're doing, and then make those adjustments as required. So any area of your life where you need coaching, if you're hesitating at all, you just need to say, do you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. And you have to make sure that you're coachable and not go in with a separate agenda to say, well, this is what I'm just going to do. That's not going to work. You've got to be coachable. You've got to listen to your coach. Your coach has done it before many times with success. You need to really listen to what it is that they're telling you to do and do it, implement, be consistent. And when things do get tough, you need to reach back out to the coach again. That's what you have a coach for. And it's been really helpful for me today because it's taken me from a point of being, very, very on the downside to, okay, this is good. I feel good now. He's right. Focus on these things. I know that there's some changes coming up, which is good, because if you said, no, just keep doing this exactly the same thing for the next 13 days, I would have been disgruntled because I thought, well, hang on, that I know that's not going to get me. It's going to get me to be a bit better than now, but I know it's just not going to get me to where it is that I need to get to. So, and just practicing those other things as well, which he said, though, practicing those other things which have absolutely nothing to do with exercise or diet, and that's to do with the posing, how you hold your body, all that kind of stuff is really, really important. Because you can have an amazing body, but if you're not, well, put it this way, let's say you're blowing out your stomach as opposed to drawing it in and engaging your abdominals, obviously that's going to be two completely different looks. So we've got to practice that to make sure that we get that right. And I've been practicing that for months now, but it's just a case of just keep practicing. For about 4 days out, I stop all training altogether and just cut the food down and focus on those things, and still obviously resting as much as possible. Part of me, which clearly I need. I'm sitting at the car. It's a little bit warm here. I'm now 13 minutes over, waiting for my appointment. So coaching. Don't hesitate. I mean, seriously, it's taken my business from nothing to get started, and then I've been able to grow it really successfully, to be really profitable when I first started, and then over time I've always had coaches, but I've changed the coaches over time, just because I've been at different places in my life at different times and felt that I've needed different people to help me get the different elements of growth that I felt that I've really needed. And look, I'm grateful for each coach that I've had, and I think the right coach for you at the right time will help you achieve things that you didn't think you were perhaps capable of doing, achieve the things that you want to achieve, but also go beyond and be stretched and challenged and feel uncomfortable to do those things that you maybe thought one day you'd like to do, but you've never just stepped up and done it. And that's what the coach helps you do. And certainly I'm very grateful for my strength and conditioning coach today because of the input that he's provided to me to help me stay the path, remind me of the things that you can forget, and in terms of the good work that you are doing. And I think when you reflect on those things and know what the path forward is and knowing those exact things to do, that really gives you the confidence to go forth and still achieve what it is that you want to achieve. And so if you're contemplating a coach, go and get the coach, seriously, because your life will not be the same again. But here's the thing, you have to be coachable. You have to be coachable. Because if you think you've got all the answers and you're going to argue with your coach over different things, then that means that you're really not coachable. You're not ready to listen. You're not ready to make the changes because you think you've got all the answers. And you don't. You just don't have all the answers, and which is why your coach is so valuable. But you do have to find the right one for you. So if you need a coach for your health and fitness journey, then I'm your man. Go to thementaltoughnessandbodyshow.com, opt in for a free consult, and let's have a chat. Let's connect and see how I can become your coach to take you from where you are to where it is that you want to be with your health and fitness. I'll talk to you tomorrow.